WWE Backlash 2025 St. Louis has officially wrapped up, man. Let's talk about it, man. What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to MKE MANIACI, man. So listen, got my notes here for the show, man. I love the flow of tonight's show. I got to say that first and foremost. 5 matches, perfect for the Backlash PLE, man. Let's just get right to it. And y'all, please chime in the comment section your thoughts and opinions on the show tonight. So we started it off with a fatal 4-way United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu, the champion, defending against Damian Priest, LA Knight, and Drew McIntyre, man. So Jacob Fatu looked like an absolute star. As always, man, I could tell the rocket is strapped to Jacob Fatu. This man is a future world champion. He looked great in this match, as he should, being the United States champion. One thing I did like in this match as well was the face-off, the interaction between Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. I hope we can revisit this one day. One day down the line, McIntyre and Fatu one-on-one. Maybe WrestleMania 42, who knows? But I definitely want them to revisit this, man. That would be a beast of a feud. Drew McIntyre also looked like a threat, as he should, man. McIntyre is one of those guys I can see him winning the championship, whether it be WWE title or United States Championship, or if the draft happens and he goes over to Raw again, Intercontinental gold, man. McIntyre is going to be a champion here pretty soon for the WWE, and it's deserved. So Priest and Drew McIntyre got out of the ring. They started fighting through the crowd. Priest hit that south of heaven on McIntyre through the table outside in the crowd, man. So this feud is far from over. We're probably going to get a grudge match, maybe a steel cage or last man standing, something between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest in the coming weeks to finally put this rivalry to end, man. But McIntyre and Drew, man, listen, I can't even be mad at them continuing. McIntyre and Drew, McIntyre and Priest, I can't even be mad at them for continuing this rivalry, man. I enjoyed their match at WrestleMania. These two cooked very well together. So Solo Sikoa gets involved as LA Knight and Jacob Fatu are going at it, and Jeff Cobb makes his debut. He is now what seems to be the new enforcer for Solo Sikoa. Jacob Fatu did not look happy about Jeff Cobb's presence, but Fatu did end up retaining. We actually got that correct on the prediction of Fatu keeping the title. Of course, it's his first championship defense. He's not going to lose it, but this is interesting. Solo Sikoa got new muscle bomb and Jeff Cobb. Fatu was once the muscle. Now Solo got new muscle. Of course, they're planting the seeds for us to eventually get Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu, possibly at SummerSlam this summer, and it could be for that United States title, man. But can you imagine Jeff Cobb versus Jacob Fatu? Oh, man. Man. Next up, Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch with the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line. This match had a nice back and forth. And I gotta say, man, Lyra Valkyria is so talented. I loved her work in NXT. I do feel like, you know, up until this moment, man, her run on the main roster, even though she's the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion, in my personal opinion, I felt like it lacked something. But this match definitely filled the gap. Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria made each other look incredible. This was a great match, absolute great match. And I feel like it definitely put Lyra on the map for fans who probably weren't familiar with her work in NXT, man. I loved her match with Becky back in NXT. Like these two create magic together. So Becky Lynch grabbed a chair. She took off the turnbuckle, you know, typical heel tactics. But Lyra, man, talk about a lionheart, a fighter. She kicked out of everything Becky Lynch threw at her. But one thing I did notice that was kind of interesting about this match is when the referee got out of the ring to grab a new turnbuckle pad in the middle of the match. Yo, I've never seen that before, and I've been watching wrestling since 1999. I've never seen a referee get out of the ring mid-match. If I have, I don't remember. But get out of the ring mid-match to grab a turnbuckle pad as the match is going on is crazy. But Lyra ended up, you know, rolling Becky Lynch up, and she retained. Becky then attacked her. I'm expecting to hear Bayley's music, but I see, you know, slow pace to the inevitable Becky Lynch versus Bayley feud that we're going to get this summer. But yeah, no Bayley return tonight. Even after Lyra was getting attacked post-match, I can see Becky moving on, possibly to Money in the Bank, Maybe that's where Bayley makes her return, costs Becky the Money in the Bank ladder match. But as for Lyra Valkyria, who's next for Lyra? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if we're getting a draft, if we're getting a little bit of a shakeup, some NXT call-ups, but you know, if anything, man, this really reassured me and Lyra Valkyria as Women's Intercontinental Champion. The writers just got to get it together. Keep this momentum going for her. She's great, amazing in the ring, and she can definitely be a great champion. Y'all just got to make sure you got the right opponents like y'all had tonight with Becky Lynch for Lyra, man. Next up, the Men's Intercontinental Championship match, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta. This match right here, man, you know, we're on the verge of Dominic Mysterio becoming just an ultimate babyface, much like Jacob Fatu, man. A little bit of jealousy on the side of Finn Balor. Judgment Day did get involved in this match, and it looked like Finn was kind of hesitant, man. He didn't really want to help. I kept looking at Finn and how he was looking at Dom, and, you know, El Grande Americano ended up costing Penta the match, so that's a feud we're going to end up getting. Dominic Mysterio retains, and again, the dirty looks from Finn Balor to Dom, man. I'm loving it. I'm telling you, when Dom goes full on babyface, man, it's going to cook, man. So yeah, Dom kept the championship. Pretty standard match. I like the match. Next up, man, this match was great. Gunther versus Pat McAfee. So I want to say this about Pat, man. Like, the way he can work a crowd, his charisma, the athleticism of McAfee. Of course, he was a punter in the NFL, but man, wrestling is a whole nother game. And he does it very well. I love the way he can tell a story in a match as well. Like Pat McAfee, you know, from a fan perspective watching this match, like you can tell what the story was just by looking at Pat's mannerisms throughout this match, man. It was very personal. Cole was over on the announce table stressing in the damn match, Gunther in the damn match. But man, Gunther ended up kicking out at 1, I noticed, after Pat did his a number of kicks on Gunther. Cole ended up leaving the announce table, even got involved in the ring trying to help Pat out. He got in the ring, Gunther got in his face. Pat luckily broke it up, man. But yeah, Pat went to sleep. Pat got, you know, yeah, he went nighty-night. But I did like after the match that Gunther, they didn't shake hands, but Gunther did give the nod of approval to Pat McAfee. So I'm not sure where we go from here with Gunther. You know, I'm a huge Gunther fan, and I was kind of disappointed that they had him, you know, lose the championship at WrestleMania. But yeah, I think Gunther's just getting started, man. This guy is incredible in the ring, and I got to give, you know, my props to Pat McAfee and Michael Cole for the role they played in this match. This was a great match. Very entertaining. So on to our main event for the undisputed WWE Championship, man. The GOAT, the last real champion, John Cena versus Randy Orton one last time. Listen, man, this match right here, you talk about John Cena versus Randy Orton. I've been able to experience these two in the ring throughout my childhood into adulthood. I've seen everything these two have done with each other and to each other, man, in the ring, from the punt kick to Cena's head, to Hell in a Cell, to I Quit, to SummerSlams, to Unforgivens, to everything, man. And this match right here, amazing. It's interesting that I noticed, and I'll say this was more of a entertaining wrestling match than John Cena versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41. And I mean that with all due respect, because I get Cena's objective to ruin wrestling, but damn it, this match made wrestling look great, look amazing. But yeah, Cena's heel tactics, you know, Orton answered right back. Orton was always the bad guy in the feuds with these two. You know, we got some "you can't wrestle" chants met with "yes he can." We got some "Cena sucks, let's go Cena," just like, you know, anytime else. But I did notice it wasn't as hostile of a crowd as I would have imagined for Cena. You know, growing up, John Cena versus Edge, Unforgiven 2006. Oh, that Toronto crowd hated Cena's guts. John Cena versus RVD, ECW One Night Stand 06. Oh, them people was for sure gonna riot if Cena retained that night. But this, it wasn't too hostile for John Cena. It could be the fact that, you know, this is his last time in St. Louis, and, you know, it's his last few months of his career. Fans are still going to be appreciative of Cena. But I don't really expect, that type of hostility in today's WWE at all, especially with all the kids and everything in the crowd. It's a different time. But let's see. The match was definitely more physical than WrestleMania 41. Cena mocked Orton for that punt. That was interesting, seeing John Cena just slither his way to Randy Orton, line Orton up for the punt. But dog, this match was great. Orton ended up hitting a AA on John Cena, attempting to put him through the announce table. The table didn't break until Cena touched it, then it broke. And then I kind of peeped the play. Randy Orton grabbed the table, to still give the fans that effect of, we're breaking the table. I'm gonna grab this table and do the AA again just to put him through a damn table for y'all, man. So salute Randy Orton, real one for that, man. Let's see. Randy Orton, it looked like he was definitely gonna win this match at a lot of different points. Referees just was getting taken out left and right. Nick Aldis came down with Daivari, Jamie Noble, the Hurricane, Shane Helms, man. Like, they're trying to, get the referee to count after the RKO. Refs out after being hit in the head with the title. Orton's pissed. RKO's, all the suits, everybody, man. Like, Orton's definitely gonna have to feel the wrath of, his actions here tonight. And it was very interesting seeing R-Truth get involved. R-Truth getting involved in this match was the last thing on my what's the saying, on my bingo card. I did not expect R-Truth to come out, but he came out to save his childhood hero John Cena, man. And of course he ate an RKO because of that. Cena took advantage, low blow to Randy Orton, title to the head, 1, 2, 3, and still WWE champion. He grabs the mic, says he doesn't need any of the music, he doesn't need the fans. You're looking at the last real champion. Randy's definitely not going to be done with R-Truth. Let's just say, well, man, I think R-Truth is going to get retired. Like, honestly, man. But overall, man, this was a great event. It wasn't too much. Of course, you could have had a World Heavyweight Championship match. You could have had a Women's World Title match. You could have had, other things happen, but I loved how just simplified and simple this card was. And I mean, it's always kind of been like that within the last few years when it comes down to Backlash. They keep it, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know if concise is the right word, but they keep it pretty much summarized. Not too much, not too little, man, but great stories were told throughout the night. But where do we go from here with John Cena? I did think Cody Rhodes was going to get involved in some way, was going to make his return, but he didn't. Makes me wonder, when is Cody Rhodes coming back? I did expect, like I said, this match was a very great match. And with this being the last time that John Cena and Randy Orton got in the ring with each other, I'm very satisfied with how this match went. This was a great wrestling match. Hats off to John Cena and Randy Orton, man. 2 future first ballot Hall of Famers. Thank y'all for completing my childhood, because that was amazing to see, man. But what's next for John Cena? We got Money in the Bank. It's interesting. I don't know if Cena is advertised for the show. I would imagine so. It's going to be in LA, so it's a big market. You got to sell the tickets to that dome, and maybe Cody Rhodes makes his return. I know a lot of people think Rhodes and Cena for SummerSlam, but I'm telling you, Money in the Bank is a very big stage. WWE has been making it known that they're secretly kind of making Money in the Bank a part of the, the WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Rumble. I'm saying, like, they're trying to make it up to that level, and I know you got to peep that, man. But yeah, I would guess Cody Rhodes for Money in the Bank. If not, I mean, there's a huge roster of people for Cena to face. But yeah, man, and still the GOAT, the last real champion, John Cena. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it, man. Backlash 2025. Sound off in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, want more wrestling related content, hit that subscribe button for your boy. It's MKE MANIACI. I'm out.